Okay, so today we'll talk about triads. Our examples are just going to be using the first three strings. Of course, you can do them on other strings, but that'll be another video. This is just for my student who we got started on this week. Okay, so what's a triad? So triad is the first, third, and fifth degree of the scale. So we're going to use the C major scale to show you. So when we do a scale, we can say our notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Or we can use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 or 8 AV. Okay? So if I take the first of the scale, the third and the fifth, I thus make a major chord or a triad. Now, so that's how they're done. If we want to make a minor, we flatten the third. Okay, so it's first, take the third, flatten it, so that's 1, flatten 3, 5, okay? So that's the difference. There's the major triad and the minor triad. But the triads that we're going to use are on the first, second and third strings, okay? So the first triad, major triad, the easiest one to do, again in the key of C. So we have C, A, G, 1, 3, 5. Okay? Now we can invert this triad, but we'll talk about that in a second. Now if we want a minor triad, if we want a C minor, all we've got to do is take the third and flatten it. So in the key of C, excuse me, we have the third finger on the fifth fret of the third string, the fourth finger on the fifth fret of the second, and the first finger on the third fret of the first. There's our major triad. Okay. Now the minor triad, pretty much the same, but we've got that flattened third there, so it's now the third finger on the fifth of the third, second finger on the fourth of the second, first finger on the third of the first. Remember, this is always in the key of C. We can switch the keys, but the example today is just in C, just to get us moving, okay? Right, so that's our major chord. Let's stick with that for now. So we're going to go to our first inversion. Now, what's an inversion? An inversion is inverting the chord. So the lowest point in the chord is no longer the first degree of the scale. And for the first inversion, it's the third. Okay, so we, in the key of C, it would be here. So our notes are now 3, 5, and 1. So the root of the chord is now on the first string. Now I always think this is an easy way to remember the inversions, okay? So the first, in this example and anyway, the first inversion, the root goes to the first string. Right? You see that's just a part of the bar chord. It's just a little part. We can also call it a broken set if you wish. Okay? So that's our first inversion major chord. Now here's the third. So what do we do to make it a minor? Can you guess? We flatten the third. So there's our first inversion minor chord. 3, 5, 1. So the root and the fifth remain the same for both majors and minors, but the third flattens, okay, for the minor. And then finally we have our second inversion. And again, another easy way to remember this is that second inversion, the root goes to the second string. Again, this just applies for strings 1, 2, and 3. But if I just using this C here, okay, now the second inversion, the fifth, i.e. the G, is going to be the lowest point in the triad. So we have 5, 1, 3. Or you do it here, 5. Okay, so if we have here 5, 1, 3, again to make it a minor, what do? We flatten the third. Okay, so major chords we have in key of C, we have C major first inversion, C major second inversion. Or using C minor, we have C minor first inversion, C minor, second inversion. Okay, now how are we going to apply these? Now in the key of C we have, our chords are C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished. We're going to ignore the diminished chord for now in the triads, okay? In popular music you don't use them that often, okay? So we're going to just stick to the first 6 chords. Now, so in the key of C, if we just use the first chord, your bog standard majors and minors we have. Now here's our root. So there's C, D, E, F, G, A. So that's going to be our anchor points, if you will. So we have C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, okay, B diminished further along. So that's what's going along the neck. C major, D minor, E minor, whoops, F major, G major, A minor. Okay, so for instance, if your rhythm guitarist is playing the first position chords and you're the lead guitarist, you may want to play a triad to harmonize with them. Or you might want to do a slightly higher harm, an inverted, or even further. Depends on what you want to do. Now, as the chord changes, rhythm guitar plays D minor, you may wish to play your D minor here, or your D minor here, or your D minor there. Okay, so let's talk about the minor. Hang on, I've already done that, haven't I? Yeah, I've done the minor and the inversions. Okay, so so that's just going along the neck. If we want to if we want to play safe, so we're playing, let's say our chord progression is C to D minor to E minor to F. That chord progression always reminds me of Boys Don't Cry. It's the wrong key, but it's for every time I hear that. You just want to, I would tell you that I love you. Love it. Anyway, I digress. So that's going along the neck. However, we have our notes available: C, D, E, F. Right? So what we can do is we can go between our inversions. So I have C major, right? And then we'll go to a D minor, or a D minor if you wish, second inversion. So I have a, C major to a D minor. Now I'm going to use this E to make an E minor, right? So I'm going to play the second inversion E minor. Have a listen. Okay, has a lovely different type of harmony to this. Okay, and then let's say next one is F major. So we can stick around. We can go. Lovely type of harmony, rather than just playing it safe and going up the neck, you see? So if we did all those, if we did that scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, right? So what we can do is we can take the C major, and the D minor, then the E minor, F major, second inversion, G major, first inversion, A minor, first inversion. So you see I'm staying very close. So have a listen to the harmony. No, it's very close. I don't know how to describe it. Over the chord progression, it sounds lovely. It sounds way better than just going right up the neck. Now, of course, all of these can be transposed. So we can do the exact same thing. You know, we did our major to the minor, then we did our second inversion for the next minor and major, then we did our first inversions for the next major and minor. So we just do the same in D. So we've got D, and then E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor. See, so just follow the same shapes, and you can do it anywhere on the neck. As simple as that. Okay, so I hope that helps. I can hear the drill just about to start next door, so I think I will end that there. Any questions, put them in the comments. I am an online guitar teacher, so if you would like face-to-face classes, please use the link in the description below. If not, just like and subscribe, please. And if failing that, just enjoy the video and have a lovely day.